probably not surprised about that. But in theory, you can use FaceTime to do what's called a virtual visit, so they have a couple different providers. You saw the co-pays were $20, $30 if you go to a regular doc. A virtual visit is you're using your phone or your computer and you're either face-to-face or video chatting with a doctor. And for a lot of things, you don't need to go face-to-face with a doctor in an office.
Like your cold came on, you went to the doctor and paid them $50 and they told you to go home and drink soup or whatever.
Yeah, so you can do a virtual visit for that type of stuff. Copay's $10 instead of $20 or $30. And then they legally can prescribe medication, so you need a antibiotic or you need whatever, they can prescribe it, send it over to whatever pharmacy you're using, and you pick it up.
Yeah, but how long do they do FaceTime for? For like 5 minutes, and then they cut
I'm
you off?
not sure, I've never used it.
It's
I think it's a regular visit, to be honest with you.
Well, because some visits, they're in and out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but typically they're 10 or 15-minute blocks.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think it's 500
Oh,
meters.
basically, it's just like a regular visit, just doing it virtual.
Okay.
So United.
You can show them the rash.
That's just, again, it's an option if you don't want to schedule a regular visit or walk into urgent care. And the other thing is, it's a real time saver for you, because
Yeah.
I know you log on and they give you the next slot, might be in the next 30 minutes or 40 minutes. You schedule it, and then you can keep on working, and when the time comes up, you can do it. You don't have to drive over somewhere and take an hour to do that and come back type of deal.
It's really nice for parents too, like if your kid gets pink eye or something, you can just do that virtual visit to get the antibiotics rather than like dragging your kid around everywhere.
Giving everybody else pink eye.
Spending $50.
So any questions about United Healthcare? Again, if you're on the Navigate plan, you have to pick a primary care doctor. It's network only benefits, so don't go out of the network if you're on the Navigate plan. The broad choice plan, you don't have to pick a doctor. You can use any doctor that's part of the network. You can use one doctor 1 week and a different doctor the next week. Simplify the dental plan and reduce the premium and enhance the benefits. So I think that's 3 good things. It is a rare deal. So the old dental plan had a $1,000 max per person per year benefit that they paid out on your behalf.
Right.
But then they also didn't count preventative services towards that $1,000, which was good. And then if you didn't use it, you could roll part of it forward.
Right, yeah.
Most folks felt like that was way too cumbersome to understand how that worked. So the new dental plan just takes your $1,000 benefit and increases it by 50%. So now you have a $1,500 benefit every year instead of $1,000. That's per person. So you don't have to remember it, is this preventative services or not? It doesn't matter. You just have extra benefit. So that's good. The other thing is the rest of the plan basically hasn't changed. It's still a $50 deductible as an individual, and we'll go into that in a bit. $150 deductible as a family. The 3 categories remain the same. Preventive, basic, major, how they're covered remains the same. And if anybody has children under 19 enrolled on the plan, then you have an orthodontia benefit if you need it. Okay? So the new carrier is MetLife. They're a large dentist. They're a national company. They have a case if they find that your wisdom teeth are impacted
Well, they are.
and you need to get them extracted, then that still falls in the 80% category. So they're going to pay 80% after the $50 deductible. So what you should do is, it's called a predetermination. Have your dentist send to Met your charges for this service, right? And Met will send back to your dentist, this is how we're going to cover it. But I can guarantee you it'll be, the $50 deductible will be assessed first. And then the 80% coverage will show, so if it's a $2,000 charge, they're roughly going to pay 60%. But it would behoove you to go to a preferred dentist because, again, preferred dentist is agreed to a write-down. So now that $2,000 charge goes to $1,600, let's say, or whatever, and they have to accept that as payment in full. So you end up potentially getting the whole thing under your $1,500 cap, because Met would pay out $50, no, they wouldn't pay the 50, they pay out roughly 20% of 1,600 is what?
320.
That's what you would pay, and then they pay the 80%, I apologize, they pay 80% of 1,600.
Okay.
So if I were you, I would look at the preferred provider list, unless you have a doctor, you're.
I do not.
Okay.
I live by like 100 dentists too in
Okay.
Baytown.
So I guarantee you, there's.
I gotta go.
So if you haven't had any work done in like a couple of years or something,
There's no pre-exit, that's what you're gonna ask.
Oh, okay.
So this is open enrollment, Met doesn't have any waiting periods on the plan, so if you're not on the standard dental plan, this is the time you can add Met. If you slide through this open enrollment, you come to us in a couple months, come to Kirsten and say, hey, I forgot to enroll, I want to enroll, you can't do it,
okay.
okay?
Unless you got married or had a kid or.
Yeah. Vision?
Oh, so sorry, I had a question about the dental. So you had so you said there's preferred dentist.
Yeah.
Can we access that through the app, through that?
MetLife,
Well, Met will have one, and I can get that information to you. So they have a very robust network down here in California. They're actually the number one carrier in California by sheer number of people they insure.
Right.
It's robust. But again, you don't have to use one of their preferred dentists. You can go anywhere.
Go anywhere. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
And their network mirrors the standard pretty well. So if you have